Let's come to the third bucket, insurers who are compliant and fraud proof, right? They probably use a DocSigner or an HSM, group of HSMs, right? What's the actual mistake here? Because as we mentioned, from a legal standpoint, this is above board. So the issue here with insurers currently using DocSigner is largely an operational one for a lot of insurers. DocSigner utilities cost money to set up and operate. This is an illustrative figure on screen based on what a client has told us from an old vendor. What they end up paying is about 1 to 2 lakhs per year as a license, and about 4 to 5 rupees per policy on which the DocSigner is affixed. So for say volumes of 10 to 15 lakh policies per year, this amounts to an annual cost of 50 to 80 lakhs. Let's say 4 to 5 is too much, you say 2 to 3. Even then it's a cost of like 30 to 40 lakhs per year just on policy signing, right? Framework to solve this is super simple. I'm assuming that you want a lower cost process, right? When a lower cost process can actually achieve the same aims. So framework is very simple. Can you slash these annual costs without compromising on the compliance you need for ePolicies, right? And that's very possible since policies don't really have any complexity to the workflow, right? So here's the consolidated framework. How can you actually avoid and like circumvent these three mistakes, right? First mistake, which is upfront non-compliance, the fix is to use one of 4 IT Act e-sign types. For the second mistake, which is on-ground compliance, the fix is to use DocSigner among the 4 to actually use a DocSigner, because this is something where your system can automatically take control over policy signing. You're not reliant on manual discretion. And for the third mistake, which is cost, pick the DocSigner among DocSigners that you pick the DocSigner implementation that achieves your end compliance goal at the lowest possible cost, right? So it's essentially 3 mistakes that can be solved in one cascade. One is confine yourself to one of 4 IT Act e-sign types. Among these types, choose a DocSigner so that your on-ground operations are not prone to fraud. And among DocSigner, choose a low-cost one that achieves the compliance goal to ensure that your costs are under control for this very simple but high-volume workflow. And the last point gives us a good segue into a new product we've launched at Legality just a month back called SignStation.